Peace and love, you guys. Salute everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. You guys, I had to come by and speak on this particular issue because what this narrative aims to do is to completely and utterly bypass, disregard, and relegate the lives of Black fighters into a status of and a state of obsolescence as it pertains to the boxing public and the overall perception of them. This is problematic on so many levels that I would be remiss if I did not come over here and speak on it, as I'm sure many of you have seen yourselves. The thing that I'm hearing from so-called boxing fans, and moreover, more disturbingly, from so-called sports figures within boxing themselves, I am appalled beyond measure, you guys. And though my level of repulsion is evident at this particular moment, one can't be surprised at the same time that the sentiments recently expressed by Tank Davis's trainer, Calvin Jigaboo Ford, echoed some of the same nonsense that real talk Tank and his camp have been pretty much standing beside for the entire duration that the scandal has been unfolding after finding out that Ryan Garcia had indeed cheated in the fight with he and Devin Haney back in April, and ever since that had been revealed to all of us in the boxing world. That particular mindset and this stance, this incessant need to stand behind and in support of Ryan Garcia has been absolutely endless, as we've seen. They've been adamant and quite vehement about making claims for his innocence, even though it's already been proven that this man is guilty of drug cheating and of the other violations that he's committed in connection to this particular fight back in April. This man, Calvin Ford, was interviewed, and on the subject of the news breaking earlier this week that Devin Haney will be taking legal action against Ryan Garcia for the multiple damages sustained in connection with his cheating and the outcome of that fight. Ford says this, you guys, quote, "I don't see how you're going to win in court because y'all both signed a contract to fight each other. Nobody said, if you had substances in your body, then such and such is going to happen to you. They already went to court for that. He got paid for being overweight. He got suspended. So he already been found guilty. Come on, Dev. That ain't you, man. That ain't y'all, man. Come on, man. Look, get back in the gym and settle it in the ring. That's it." End quote. Y'all, real talk, I really don't know what is worse. The fact that this is the longtime trainer of a prominent Black fighter himself saying such insolent things, or the fact that he is protecting an outright drug cheat and racist who committed such a violation against another elite Black male fighter who is younger than his own fighter. You know, my disgust grows more and more fervent by the minute. And let's just begin to break down, what was really stated here by Calvin Ford. Firstly, he starts off by saying, "I don't see how you're going to win in court." Are you a judge, sir? If he's already been found guilty, as he stated, right? Oh, he's already been found guilty. Well, if that's the case, does that mean that being taken to court again will suddenly have him being found innocent? The tides are supposed to just turn to him being found innocent now? So that now Devin should be discouraged from going to court and pursuing his own legal action because maybe the tides will turn, but he should just stay away from it because he was already found guilty. If he was found guilty once, that means in Devin's own lawsuit, he's likely and liable to be found guilty again which is in Devin's favor. It's in Devin's favor that he was found guilty before. That means he has even more of a case as it pertains to the specifics of the damages that he incurred, that DHP incurred, which is what he is suing for. He is not suing off of the terms or the basis of the New York State Athletic Commission and what they found Ryan Garcia guilty of. He is suing for DHP and his personal damages suffered, in addition to that of his company. I mean, you really just can't make this up. That man has a mind of a goddamn banana, apparently. He then says, quote, y'all both signed a contract to fight each other. Thank you, Einstein, for pointing that out to us. Thank you for pointing that out to the good people, okay? Thank you for letting us know that a contract was signed between the parties in order for the fight to take place, in order for the fight to commence. Thank you, Calvin. Thank you so much for letting us know that. What the fuck? This idiot is completely evading and willfully ignorant of the fact that it is precisely because a contract was signed that Riri the racist was in breach. Yes, Calvin, they signed a contract. That is why Riri was in breach and in violation of the agreement, dimwit. He violated the terms of the goddamn conditions that they agreed to and signed for. I mean, what is going on here, you guys? It was not in their agreement for him to come in overweight or using illegal IVs, nor was it in his agreement at any particular moment, for him to be souped up to his neck in performance-enhancing drugs. That was definitely not a part of the agreement. I mean, did this idiot ride the slow bus into that interview that day? He must have real talk because the intelligence didn't enter the premises. His asshole entered that building, but not his brain. He then continues to say, nobody said if you had substances in your body, then such and such is going to happen to you. So what the hell is he trying to say here? Well, it seems to me that he is trying to say that Ryan was within his right to cheat. Is that what he's telling me here? When you say, oh, nobody said that such and such is going to happen to you if you had this or that in your system. So that means he had the leeway to cheat? Where is he getting this from, you guys? Is he saying that Ryan was not in violation of the New York State Athletic Commission by having a banned substance in his system? What is he talking about? Nobody said if you had such and such in your body, then this or that is going to happen to you. So now the contract apparently didn't denote, according to him, that cheating was against the rules. I mean, make this make sense, you guys. This is preposterous on every count. What? And to his ending statement, oh, they already went to court for that. They got paid for being overweight, meaning Ryan. They got paid for Ryan being overweight. He got suspended. So he was already found guilty. Yes, Ryan paid because he was dumb enough to agree to a bet knowing that he was coming in intentionally overweight. Yes, he paid Devin, and then he bragged about how it didn't matter because he had bet on himself and wound up making that money back. But that's besides the point. Yes, he paid up for that, but that was a bet that had been made right on the spot. And yes, he got suspended, but not for the real crime of the cheating. He got suspended for his failure to provide proof of his so-called contaminated supplements and for a failure to list all of the products that he had ingested while preparing for that fight during the camp and up until, the fight actually materialized. That punishment was given via the standard set in place by the New York State Athletic Commission. That was not to serve specifically Devin Haney and his sustained damages. He was not penalized, real talk, for cheating Devin Haney. This is why Devin is taking action and filing his own lawsuit to ensure that he pays for the real violation. Devin Haney is also a company, let's not forget. He has DHP, which was co-promoter of that entire event. It was his company that directly suffered damages by way of Ryan's cheating, all of which had impacted not only his safety and his life, But his reputation, his brand, his ability to accrue the amount of money that he was liable to make prior to the entire fiasco and scandal, okay, that he suffered on a national stage. So he is going to pursue in his lawsuit all of the damages incurred to not only himself as a fighter, but as the owner and the operator of DHP. You tell me where that entire process that he and Ryan went through with the New York State Athletic Commission, did the New York State Athletic Commission address and give justice directly to Devin Haney Promotions? No. They went about addressing the matters that Ryan was in violation of against the New York State Athletic Commission and the protocols here. He was penalized for what he was in violation of directly against the New York State Athletic Commission's codes and protocols, not DHP. Miss me with the nonsense of oh no, you went to court already, so you don't have to do it again. This is just overkill. Fuck out of here with the bullshit. That was one measure, okay? The commission has their own terms that Ryan had to adhere to that he did not and that he failed to provide, material evidence for. And he was penalized for that. That has nothing to do with Devin filing his own personal suit. It's absolutely absurd, you guys. And he also better get the hell up out of here. Mr. Calvin Ford with oh, come on, Dev. That ain't you, man. That ain't y'all, man. Come on. Just get it back in the gym and settle it in the ring. The shucking and jiving is endless with this clown, you guys. The fuck does he mean, come on, just settle it in the ring? Just because you're a coward, okay, who would let another coward think that he can shit on your career and your life's work, because that's absolutely what you would do, apparently, according to your stance in this particular situation, that you would absolutely bend over and allow it to happen to you, does not mean that Devin has to. What type of time is this clown on, other than being a simp who is begging another black man to not take action into his own hands to ensure that not only he, but other elite black fighters and any other fighter who has been wronged by a cheater, real talk, can seek and claim justice that will terminate the opportunities and the loopholes for such to happen again in the future by drug cheats. And that will ultimately have these cheaters think twice before making such a disgusting move, because their pockets will undoubtedly be in complete jeopardy if they did with this type of action that Devin is setting in motion. If fighters are smart, they'd actually be taking notes and sitting up and paying attention to everything that is unfolding here. How can one honestly try to discourage the actions aimed at removing and eliminating the motives of drug cheats in the sport? How could you speak against that in any capacity? Anybody speaking against the moves that Devin Haney is standing on and in line to make is a fraud and the worst of cowards. There is no justification for that mentality whatever in a sport that has already claimed the lives of people over the years. I mean, just last year alone, look at the amount of lives that were lost in this ring. Stop playing in my face and in the faces of intelligent boxing fans. Because these people are working really hard around the clock to convince people that Ryan Garcia's cheating was permissible and worthy of being backed and supported, even in the face of the reality of the facts and everything else. It's absolutely insane. Every upright supporter of the sport, every person of integrity who follows and loves the sport should be absolutely appalled and repulsed by the narrative spinning all across social media and all across different platforms. It's absurd. And all of this because an elite black fighter was at the helm of the controversy and the victim of such a controversy and stance. That is why you see so many people with the stance that, it's somehow acceptable. Likewise, this is the reason why so many people are taking the cop-out stance of, just get it back in blood. Just rematch him. Just have a fight again and you can get it back. Fuck that rematch. You're going to get this work with this lawsuit first. Let's do that first. Let me get it back there. And then maybe Devin will think about if Ryan is worthy to even step in a ring with him again. The same people shamelessly riding Ryan Garcia right now, the same people that would throw dirt at another person coming up positive for a PED. Instead of, being in support of measures being taken to further eliminate, the opportunities of drug cheating happening in the sport, people are making room for it. Cost-setting the mindset of a person who would even be cowardly enough to make such a move. That's the reality. This is what is being argued here. You know what I'm saying? What is being argued is the allowance of cheaters in the sport. People that speak against Devin Haney's legal action. They are making way for the allowance of cheating in boxing. There is no way that you can be against Devin Haney's steps to take legal action and set a precedent with this lawsuit against Ryan Garcia for his cheating, and at the same time say that you're against cheating in the sport. Arguing against Devin Haney's actions is saying that you don't want cheaters to be met with justice. You don't want the penalization of cheaters in the utmost capacity, which is their pockets. You do not want to see them brought to heel. That is essentially what these people's argument is, which is insane. But anyway, shout out to the young king Devin Haney for, taking such a brave step at, ensuring in a new way that not only, he is safe against the cheating within the sport, but that he can set an example and a precedent for all boxers who take their lives seriously and who take this sport seriously. He has and always has my utmost respect, and certainly in this matter as he pursues this particular action against Ryan Garcia. That's it for me, y'all. I'm on to the next. Peace.